So I've talked extensively about being an older mom, but I'm gonna say this. First and foremost, I didn't have a baby because I wanted to make sure that the man that I chose to be my child's father was stable and financially secure. That's number one. Number two, after me and my ex-husband got married, he was in the military, and a lot of military marriages just don't make it. And so I kind of waited a few years before I got pregnant, and then we went to Germany, and then we were living in another state. And so I kind of wanted to wait until I was near family before I got pregnant, because I realized that it really does take a village. And so I was a little bit older when I started trying to get pregnant. But because I had a brain tumor that sat on the pituitary gland, getting pregnant proved difficult, and I didn't think I could get pregnant. And then just ended up pregnant at 40. And so it was a very life-changing experience, because I never thought that I was going to have kids. I wasn't pressed to have kids. I was okay not having kids. And then I just ended up pregnant. And I really, in hindsight, believe that I suffered from postpartum depression, both just biologically, I think it runs in my family, and psychologically, because the pregnancy almost killed me. Literally, the pregnancy almost killed me. It was a disruption to my life. And just psychologically, all of the plans that I had for my life, I felt like were over. And now I was going to be saddled with this responsibility that I just never thought that I would have to deal with. Now, after my son was born, totally changed my life. Like, he totally changed my life for the better. He made me a better person. He made me a better human being. I love him so much. Like, he is the delight of my life. And because of him, I now run this multi-million-dollar company, because my life took a totally different trajectory. So having a child is such a huge responsibility, and I really don't think people take it as serious as they should. Back in the day, we didn't really have a choice, but now we do. And I recommend having one baby. And if you can, have a baby by a man that's going to be a decent father. But even if you have to do it alone, the one thing that determines whether or not a child is going to grow up and do well in life is finances. So if you do well financially and you can afford to have a baby, that baby will turn out fine regardless of whether or not the father is in his life. So I think that it's been an amazing journey. I would not change anything. And yeah, I think everybody should have at least one, if you're financially capable.